full-time Devils outside Old Trafford. Steve 1-0 today. A defeat we deserved. We can't defend this anymore, can we? I mean, you know, we don't defend him just because we love Louis van Gaal, but
no, mate, I defended Louis van Gaal because I'm defending Manchester United, and I think it would have been the best thing for Manchester United that he stayed on, especially in light of what was available in terms of the replacements that was being bandied about. But it ain't all right. There are decisions happening right now that you have to question. The continual picking of Fellaini in the first 11 when the whole crowd knows that this is a stupid idea, but he's still being selected. That's a big, what are you doing? The decision not to spend anything when we clearly need reinforcements, whether they're squad players, fringe players or whatever, we need. You can't look at that squad and go, yeah, I'm happy with that, can you? Because we can't be happy with that. And the performances, while I do see progression in some areas, ultimately the results aren't consistent. Or if they are, they're consistently poor, and the occasional blip. It used to be the occasional blip down, didn't it? Now it's the occasional blip up. And that's the wrong way that Manchester United should be. The problem is that I don't know if changing the manager fixes that, or it just prolongs the process of transition that we are inevitably going through. That's why I find it hard to say sack him, but I do find it hard to say, no, you're wrong when people saying we should sack him. Because there's a lot of reasons why you should sack him, and not now so many reasons why you should maintain him. Those asking for Ryan Giggs, I think they're absolutely mental. I would rather see Paul McGuinness or Warren Joyce given a chance. I know that they've coached for years and years and years, and I know how their teams play football. Ryan Giggs has managed 4 games in his life, and the fact that he's been at Old Trafford for 20-odd years means nothing. I've been at Old Trafford for 20-odd years. Doesn't mean I know anything or I'd have any qualifications whatsoever. Just because you was a great player doesn't mean that you're going to be a great manager. In fact, it shows the complete opposite if you look at how great footballers have gone on when they've tried to manage clubs. It doesn't generally work that way. Don't know why it'd be any different for Ryan Giggs. Ultimately, performance-wise today, there weren't many, if any, bright sparks. Schneiderlin in the first half looked fantastic, but he was playing with one arm behind his back almost because he was having to cover up for Fellaini's messes. In the second half, we went to what we've been asking for, haven't we, for ages? Play Herrera and Schneiderlin together and let's see how this goes down. And it just didn't go down. It was just that lack of confidence, it seems, almost, doesn't it? We don't walk onto that pitch thinking, we're United, and here's what's happening. We go onto that pitch and go, go behind. And when we do go behind, like we inevitably did at the end there's just no confidence from the crowd, from the bench, from the players on the pitch that we're going to get back into this game. We have to go ahead in a game and then hope. We can't go and bully a team into a victory, and we can't turn a defeat into a draw or a victory at the moment because we just don't have that capability. And I think we still do look quite strong at the back and in the middle. Even today, I thought we got run around a little bit in the first half, but it's that final third. Now, I don't think you can blame the manager for that. I think you've got to blame the individual players for not taking those risks. I don't think Louis van Gaal stops them all, puts his hand on the chest before they go out and go, don't you dare score any goals. Don't you dare try and beat a man. I don't think he's saying anything like that, and I'm sure Ryan Giggs isn't saying that to him. So what are the players doing in that final third? I'm a big fan of Jesse Lingard, and people say that I don't mention it when he has a bad game. Well, I'm mentioning it because today he did not have a good game. There was time and time again that he was in great positions to deliver great crosses, and he just overhit the didn't he? He knocked him out of the park like he was playing pissing baseball or something. Jesse Lingard, that's 2 poor games on the bounce.
When we score, it's almost like it has to be the perfect goal, though, right? And Manchester United aren't about perfection. When we win things in mad ways with Peter Schmeichel running up and causing confusion in the box. Like,
do you know the problem was? We had Jesse Lingard on the right-hand side throwing these crosses in, and they were just
It's like
we had no one doing it on the left, though.
No one moves.
Yeah, there's an element of that. I thought Mata did quite well at the end. He was trying to drag the game on, but there was just no movement. It was really static from those forward 3. And I've got a question. Why can't Memphis play? That's the sort of aggression you need in the final third. I understand the reason for giving Januzaj a shout. He's been out to Dortmund and he's done this, that and the other. Why can't Memphis come on and get those minutes? What's put Januzaj ahead of him in the queue? All right, he scored a couple of goals in midweek in the under-21s. If you put Memphis in the under-21s, mate, he's going away with 5 goals.
I know someone who's been scoring goals in the under-21s that should be playing.
Will Keane.
Andreas Pereira, mate, and you know what I mean.
I was
But
going to say Will Keane then. Well, Andreas Pereira's in the same boat that Memphis is, when Januzaj is, but he's even further down the pecking line because he doesn't get the starts at Manchester United. There's lots of players in the under-21s, and I said it in the live, didn't I, earlier, I would prefer Timothy Fosu-Mensah to be playing over Fellaini, and I absolutely 100% stand by that because he's just an unbelievably better footballer. He might be deserving of the first choice. I said that he could be the next Pogba. If we don't play him, he's going to bounce because he knows his ability and he's at that level. He could play for a first team in the Premier League now. Maybe not us, maybe not a top 6 club, but he's definitely of that standard. We've got players at the club that we need to be putting shirts on, and we've got players at the club that don't need to be putting shirts on, and we all know who they are.
will Van Gaal be here next week?
I don't know, you know. I thought it was a certainty after he didn't go after the Stoke game. I'm like, the club's got the backing. But by all accounts, the board is completely torn on it. I think another defeat at home like this might be the tipping balance.
Cheers, T.